In this installment, we're going to be going over the NBA bets for Thursday, March 20th. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Chef D, and I'm here to bring you the winning ingredients for our March 20th NBA slate we got going on. But before we deep dive into that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MetsNetChefD. Also, don't forget about the TikTok at Chef_D91. And don't forget about that Patreon. Right now, we're at the homepage of the YouTube channel, currently at 9.64,000 subscribers. This is the road to 10K, and we're well on our way because you guys are showing up each and every single day. If you're already subscribed, continue to like and comment. That helps the YouTube algorithm so we can grow to a much broader audience. All right, now, speaking about that Patreon here, our plays that I gave out for college basketball in the first four was a complete sweep. I gave out the St. Francis plus 9.5, North Carolina. Even if you took the regular line, this was an alternate line. The regular line was at 3.5. They still covered that number there. And then North Carolina, I was all over North Carolina in that one. A lot of people saying they don't deserve to be in there. You guys need to calm down, stop following the narrative. They are a much better team than San Diego State. And as you saw, they blew them out by 27 points. All right. So we had those two together for a double up. And then I took North Carolina minus the 4.5. I could have put 20 points on here and still covered. But we secured the win there, plus 116 with the boost on that one. All right. So if you still want winning plays, all right, winning parlays, if you want to win in the March Madness coming up here, you got to get locked and loaded. Don't miss out. We already have the future for March Madness. Already have the future for NBA Finals. All in the Patreon, all right? Click on that link provided down below. Get connected. You get access to daily bets, future bets, and access to that group chat that goes 24/7. I'm so excited to announce I have partnered with BetStamp and SIGNUP Expert to provide you guys with an easier way to sign up with any sportsbook in your area. If you go to the link in the description down below, you will be directed to this page you see here. It automatically displays all available sportsbooks in your area plus their current promotions. For example, you could take the plays given in this video and apply it to any other sportsbooks you don't currently have and reap the rewards. Now let's get into the slate. In Gainbridge Fieldhouse here, we have the Indiana Pacers 39-29, going against the Brooklyn Nets 23-46. Looking at the current odds for this matchup here, Pacers are minus 400 on the money line with the comeback of the Nets at a plus 310, point spread at a 9.5, total points at 227.5. Looking at the current odds here, no public bet percentage, but for the injury report, we have some major concerns here. Brooklyn Nets are going to be without Cam Johnson, and Cam Thomas is out for the year. For the Pacers, no Tyrese Halliburton and no Isaiah Jackson for them as well. He's out for the season. All right. Now, these two teams have already played twice this year. Both games were in Brooklyn. The first one went towards Brooklyn, and then the second one was towards the Indiana Pacers. All right. On the road, both of these teams are in opposite directions. Pacers winning 4 out of their last 5, but the Brooklyn Nets losing 4 out of their last 5. Concerning there, but we have a major factor here. Pacers on the second game of a back-to-back, and if we're going against the spread so far this year, they are 2-8-1 against the spread with no rest. All right, so that's a major concern. We've seen the Nets, despite the matter is who's in or out, they still tend to play tough. I'm going to lean towards the points here with the plus 9.5 on the net side. All right. For the total, I'm going to go towards the under here in this game as well. I understand how the Pacers have been on fire, scoring 130 points in back-to-back games. But this is going to be an ugly and sloppier game. Obviously, without Tyrese Halliburton, your floor general, that's going to be a concern as well. So I'm going to go towards the under in that. And let me double check the Pacers over-under with no rest as well. And even in that scenario, they are 5-6. So trending towards the under as well. So give me the under 227.5. Also, in the last 4 to last 5 games, they've gone under this total as well. So give me the Nets plus 9.5 in an ugly, sloppy game and the under 227.5. In Spectrum Center here, we have the Charlotte Hornets 17-51 going against the New York Knicks 43-24. Looking at the current odds for this matchup here, Knicks road favorites minus 300 on the money line, with the comeback of the Hornets at a plus 240, point spread at a 7.5, total points at 222.5. Looking at the current injury report here between these two teams, Knicks, Jalen Brunson is out, and Ariel Hockporty, the rookie center for the Knicks, is out as well. Charlotte Hornets should be fully healthy in this game. Hopefully there's no weird stuff coming out after practice. Lately it's been Bridges missing a game or Ball missing a game. If we get a full lineup here of the Hornets, then they have a shot here to keep this game close. Every time one of them misses, it tends to be a blowout, as you've seen the last two games against Atlanta and against the Clippers. All right, so make sure that these guys in Ball and Bridges are in the lineup. So wait until that happens here. But we have a double revenge narrative here. Charlotte Hornets lost to the Knicks in the first one, and they lost to the Knicks in the second one. Blowout performance in that second game in Madison Square Garden. And now we have a 7.5 point spread here. Now, the Knicks are currently getting their butts kicked by the San Antonio Spurs. Let's see live. Did they officially lose to them? Let's see. Yeah, they lost. They lost by 15 points to the San Antonio Spurs. All right, this is what I'm talking about. You can't. This is why I said in the video I just posted yesterday, you cannot trust the Knicks with the point spread there. And they showed they not only didn't cover, they lost outright by 15 points. So that's very concerning here. Not to mention they're the exact same as the Pacers on the second game of a back-to-back with no rest. They are 2-8 against the spread on no rest. All right, and this is the situation here. They're going up against the Hornets. Hornets dying to get a win here, struggling in their last 5 games, only winning 2 out of their last 5. For this one, I'm gonna go with the value, go with the trends here. Give me the Hornets plus 7.5. As long as Ball and Bridges are in the starting lineup, I'm gonna be taking the points with the Hornets for the total. All right, 222.5. Majority of these games are going under this total here between these two. Last 3 out of the last 5 games have gone under this total. So I'm going to lean that way. Plus, we have the factor here of no Jalen Brunson. This Knicks team offensively is trying to figure things out as well. They only scored 105 against the San Antonio Spurs. That was concerning. So I'm going to lean towards the under 222.5 on this one here. Next up in Chase Center here, we have the Golden State Warriors 40-29 going against the Toronto Raptors 24-45. But looking at the current odds for this game here, we have the Warriors of huge home favorites minus 1,000 with the comeback of the Raptors at a plus 650. Point spread at a 14.5. Total points at 226.5. All right, looking at the injury report for both of these teams, it's all on the Raptor side here. RJ Barrett out. Jared Rodon is going to game time decision. Jakob Poeltl game time decision. Jacoby Walter game time decision. And Brandon Ingram is out. For the Golden State Warriors, Gary Payton is going to be a game time decision. So this is a fully healthy Golden State Warriors team with Steph Curry, with Jimmy Butler, with Draymond Green, with Kuminga. So this is a very, very, very dangerous team here. We also have a little bit of revenge narrative here. This is the second meeting, and in the first one, the Toronto Raptors beat the Golden State Warriors on January 13th in Toronto. This spot here is going to be at Chase Center in Golden State, and this is a team here that the Toronto Raptors are trending downward right now, back-to-back losses as we speak, and I believe they're playing right now. They are, let's see, so this is going to be their second game of a back-to-back. Let's see, I swore they played, man. If not, no, they didn't play. They didn't play today. So this will be no back-to-back for them. They got lucky. All right, so for the Toronto Raptors here in this one, we're going to be all over the Golden State Warriors in a bounce back spot to get revenge on the Raptors in this one. They cannot compete with this Warriors team. As you can see here, they got blown out by almost 40 points against Phoenix, lost to Portland by 3, and this Golden State Warriors team is on fire. Give me a complete sweep here. Warriors money line. Warriors to cover the 14.5. Usually I say take the minus 9.5. You can if you want to, but I feel really confident in this point spread right here. Take the 14.5. And for the total 226.5, if you don't feel comfortable with the point spread, then take the over. I think the Warriors put a huge number up. You could take Warriors team total over as well if you want to play a little bit differently here. But Warriors all day long score on this Raptors defense. In Golden One Center here, we have the Sacramento Kings 34-33 going against the Chicago Bulls 29-39. Looking at the current odds for both of these teams here, we have the Kings as home favorites, minus 250 with the comeback of the Bulls at a plus 200. Point spread at a 6.5. Total points dropping is currently at 235.5 as we speak. Looking at the public bet percentage here, 88% of the bets, 87% of the money towards the Sacramento Kings. For the point spread, 56% of the bets, but 74% of the money here. Sharps are all over the Bulls to cover the 6.5 points. For the total points, 70% of the bets, 65% of the money towards the over 235.5. Looking at the injury report here for the Chicago Bulls, Lonzo Ball is going to be out, and Ayo Dosunmu is going to be out for the year. For the Kings, Jake LaRavia is out. Zach LaVine's out for a personal issue. Actually, he was out for the March 19th game. We'll double check. Wait on news about Zach LaVine to confirm if he's out. But Sabonis is going to be out until the 29th. All right. So wait on Zach LaVine if he's going to be in or out. Both of these teams are in the second game of a back-to-back. They're playing today, which is Wednesday, and they're going to be playing Thursday as well. All right. So looking at this matchup here, they already played earlier in the season. That was a 5-point win by the Sacramento Kings on the road in Chicago. Now they're coming back here in Sacramento. And both of these teams are in the opposite directions. Kings have been struggling, losing 4 out of the last 5 games, finally beating Memphis. And then Chicago have been winning 4 out of the last 5 games. So that's a positive sign here. But we have a no-rest situation, all right? Second game of back-to-back. The Chicago Bulls are 2-8 against the spread with no rest, all right? It's a 20% hit rate for the Sacramento Kings. To see if it's a better situation. No, it's 3-10, all right? 3-10 against the spread. So both of these teams are poor on the second game of a back-to-back. All right, let's see for the over-under. See if we can find some edge in that particular spot with no rest. For the Chicago Bulls on no rest, I'll start with Sacramento. Sacramento's 8-5 towards the over with no rest, and Chicago Bulls are 6-4. So it's trending towards the over in this spot, which I believe so because both of these teams do not play any defense. All right, I don't care if that line just moved down. I'm going to be taking the over 235 points between these two teams defensively. Very, very poor. You've seen with the Kings 122, 122, 130, 133. Bad defense here. It's going to force the pace to go up and play a lot of points in this one. Who's going to win or cover? I'm going to go against the grain here. I'm going to go against the Sharps as well. So give me the Kings to actually cover the 6.5. That's not a main play. I ultimately think the Kings win. So give me the Kings on the money line and the over 235.5. Last but not least, here in Crypto.com arena, we have the LA Lakers 42-25 going against the Milwaukee Bucks 38-30. Looking at the current odds here for the Bucks, they are minus 150 on the road as favorites against the LA Lakers. All right, that's a surprising line to see. Lakers come back on the plus 125 on the money line. Point spread at a 2.5, and the total points at 226.5. Looking at the public bet percentage here, 63% of the bets, 80% of the money all over the Lakers in this spot. Point spread, 74% of the bets, 84% of the money towards the Lakers to cover as well. And for the total points, 86% of the bets, 87% of the money towards the over 226.5. Okay. So looking at the injury report here for both of these teams, Milwaukee Bucks, Gary Trent Jr. is going to be a game-time decision. Damian Lillard is a game-time decision. Giannis, a game-time decision. Jericho Sims is out, and Bobby Portis is out. For the Lakers, we have Trey Jameson out, Roy Hachimura out, LeBron out, and Maxi Kleber out. So just the normal guys out. Obviously, the Lakers are waiting for LeBron James to come back from his ankle injury shortly. Same thing with Roy Hachimura. He's going to be coming back really, really soon. All right. These two teams are in the same middling area. So Lakers struggled after losing LeBron, and now they beaten Phoenix, beaten San Antonio, and now they're beating the Denver Nuggets right now. Bucks right now are in a whirlwind. This Bucks team has been very, very underwhelming. When they actually play well, it's when they're home. When they're on the road, it's a whole nother story. That's why they're under 500, 14-18. And for them to be favored on the road is kind of asinine. It doesn't make sense to me. There's no way I would trust the Bucks in this spot. If we're looking at no rest for the Lakers, because this is going to be the second game of a back-to-back, they're one of the better teams in the league, 7-3. And this team here, they're putting things together, even without LeBron James. The Dalton Connect trade being rescinded has helped out. Austin Reeves is stepping up. We have Luka getting back to 100% full strength here. I'm going to be on the side with the public and with the sharps here. Give me the Lakers plus 2.5. All right, this is very similar to the yesterday with the Warriors, and that line seemed fishy. Funny, it was against the Bucks because you can't trust the Bucks. All right, so this is another situation here. Can't trust the Bucks. Give me the Lakers on the point spread 2.5, and for the total, I'm gonna go under 226.5. I think the Lakers can stifle and stymie the Bucks in this spot here, and it's continuous, inconsistent basketball from the Bucks. 93 points against Golden State, 105 against OKC. This is what I'm talking about. These scoring woes are very, very detrimental, and with a more motivated LA Lakers team, that's why I like the under. All right, so those are going to be our selections for the Thursday slate. Let me know in that comment section down below if you agree or disagree. We can definitely debate about that down there. If you guys want to lock in for the Patreon as well for March Madness, click on that link provided down below. You're getting access to daily bets, future bets, and access to that group chat that goes off 24/7. This is your boy Chef D. I'll be back very soon, and peace out.